joining us tonight for the Hollywood Divas Season 1 reunion show. I'm Carlos King, one of the executive producers of this groundbreaking series, and your host for this evening. But enough about me. Are y'all ready to meet these divas? Then without further ado, let me introduce you to our wonderful cast. First up, Miss Yes Honey herself, Countess Vaughn. Oh, the surge. Yes, diva. So our next diva has a lot of experience with divas of her own. Give it up for my favorite Blasian, Lisa Woo 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 Woo. Yes. Hi, diva. Let me see that butt injection. Oh. So next we have my girl, the queen, honey, Miss Paula J. Parker. Yes, Shantae. Up next is our triple threat diva. Give it up, y'all, for Elise Neal. You girls look good tonight. Ooh, them checks cleared, honey. Them checks cleared. Okay? Last, but certainly not least, the diva of all divas, Golden Brooks. Are you my prom date?
Yes.
Come on, darling.
Hello, honey.
Let's go, honey. Yes. Give it up for my divas. Don't my girls look good tonight? Y'all look good. Hey, Countess.
Hey.
You got that surge?
I got the surge.
Dr. Medlock did good. How many pounds have you lost since the liposuction?
Maybe 5 or 10.
You look fantastic, baby.
Thank you.
You look really good.
Thanks.
Hey, Lisa Woo Woo.
Hey, my Asian persuasion.
Hey, boo. So you cut your hair?
I did.
I love it. You're giving me Kris Jenner meets Bruce Lee. And I live for it.
Yes, and I need you guys to know that.
Yes. Hey, Paula.
Hey, Daddy.
Ooh. We have your mom and Forrest, your husband, in the audience.
Yes.
Give it up for them.
My folk are here.
We're gonna see them later in the show.
Oh, yeah.
Forrest looks good.
Thank
now, look,
you.
don't cut me. I don't want your man.
About to say, don't
Listen,
go there.
I ain't about to mess with, mess with Forrest.
We're all on lockdown when it comes to that.
I see. Hey, Elise.
Bonjour.
Ooh. Hey. Are you a blonde French woman, or?
Well, today I am.
Oh.
Right.
You're giving me Beyonce Be Myself and I video.
Okay, I'll take that.
Yes, you look good.
I am flawless.
Yes.
You woke up like this.
I woke up like this.
Speaking of hair golden, I'm living for the bob.
Thank you, thank you. You know, I was inspired by my best friend over here, Lisa
Oh,
Woo,
thank
who
you.
I love.
Imitation is the best form of flattery.
It
Thank
is.
you. No, it does look beautiful, though. It does.
Thank you.
As a special treat for all you Housewives of Atlanta fans, the man who stole Candy's heart, her money, and her dignity. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's my boy, so I can make those jokes. I'm talking about the other executive producer, Todd Tucker. He's in the control room now. Later on in the show, he's gonna take questions from our live audience. So the series premiere of Hollywood Divas hit the airwaves with a bang. Every Wednesday night, social media sites were buzzing about what the divas were doing and what they were saying. No shade, Golden. You girls let us in on what it's like to be a black actress in Hollywood. And that's something that was documented this season. And I want us to do a little retrospective and kind of look at what that world was like. So let's take a look.
In Hollywood, they're not so nice. I want to get lipo because casting directors would definitely look at me differently. I won't be called to be the maid all the time.
I mean, there's not a lot of content for African-American women. There's not a lot of networks for African-American content. A lot of us are all auditioning for the same things. Neither one of us can win without one or the other losing.
I'm tired of waiting for Hollywood to give me anything. I am over 40. So it's time we take our careers in our own hands.
There's some mean people in this world. And when it was announced who the cast was, a lot of people said on Twitter, these are a bunch of has-beens.
Honey, I'd rather be a has-been than another was. Did I say that right?
I think it's unfortunate that a lot of people on social media who don't really know these women in all of our work say what they want to say on social media, but they're watching the reality shows.
Right.
But then question us about being on a reality show. It's very weird.
It's very crazy
strange.
because, you know, Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman, they can take, you know, 5 years off. And white folks don't say, oh, you a has-been. No, she was out in the Hamptons chilling, raising her family. A black woman does that? Oh, you a has-been. Why do we do that to each other?
It's
awful.
I feel that we're
That's a good
horrible.
point. That's a good point. Golden touched upon the fact that, you know, you can take years off, and you are someone, Countess, who purposely took off 5 years
Absolutely.
because you wanted to get your career together. So talk to me about how you feel your position is in Hollywood.
You know, I regret it a little bit. You do, you know, think about it like, oh, God, you know, am I doing the right thing? Because you have to strike while fire's hot.
Right.
So, I mean,
Well, you're hot
I
right
was
now,
torn.
Countess.
Yeah, right now, but, you know, I was torn for a minute there. And plus, I was forced into that decision with the whole hair thing and everything, but I needed to sit my ass down.
Well, we're glad you got back up. Some girls on this stage have thrown shade at reality stars. I don't know who I'm talking about exactly.
Yeah, I don't either.
But the thing is, what about the reality stars who are taking roles from actresses?
You know, I don't necessarily think, and I know I have said this quite a bit on the show, the whole conflict between actors and reality stars, and
Yeah, I never
you know,
understood that because there's no scripts here, and you are
here's
on the
the
reality
thing,
show,
it is,
girl.
it is a show.
Exactly.
Here's what I'm saying. It is not a show where we're going to the mall, getting our hair done and our nails did. It is a show about acting.
But it is reality, though.
But we have to talk about our journey as an actor. It is a show about acting.
That makes you
So-
sleep better, huh? You could do that.
Yeah.
You could do that.
No.
I mean, but it is a reality show.
I know, but Paula brought us together to do a project, okay? She did not bring us together to go to get our nails done or whatever it is that you did on Atlanta Housewives.
We didn't get our nails
I
done,
don't
sweetheart.
know,
Let me tell you
but
this.
what I'm
The funny thing is that show set the paveway. We were trailblazers, okay?
Okay.
For this very stage you're sitting on right now, sweetheart.
All I'm saying,
Okay, let's get that correct.
That's fine.
The very same thing.
That is beautiful.
So there's nothing to be ashamed about that.
I congratulate
they broke
you.
records across the world. So just like they know you as an urban actor across the world, they know me too.
I'm
So
just
regardless
saying, all I'm saying is Hollywood Divas is a show about acting. We're talking about the process and the journey of acting. And I'm not saying that it is the reality star that steals roles. I'm saying I think the business sometimes takes reality stars because of the relevancy. Social media, how many followers you have.
said,
If that's what where I was trying to go
But
to.
you were looking down on it, though.
No, I wasn't
Yeah.
looking down on it.
No, because you were.
No,
Like some of the other
I wasn't
episodes, and
looking
I know
down
we
on it.
haven't
First of all,
gotten
it
Just
wasn't
saying.
I'm trying to be clear, it wasn't about your credits, it's about the training. That's why we looked it up, that's it.
Okay.
Paula brought us together to do a show.
Well, let me ask you this. Elise, Golden, Paula, Countess, how has Black Hollywood treated you girls now that you are on a reality show? Are they giving y'all the same shade?
I mean, I'm getting phone calls from people that stopped calling me before. Now
fuck the
they're
black
calling
ball
me.
do?
Yes, the black ballers are calling me. So yes, I'm getting love. I truly am.
I'm getting nothing but love.
Yes.
I love it. It's been great. I mean, to be in the house for 5 years and come back out, I've really got a lot of support.
Golden?
I have to say, coming here and doing a show that is, in my opinion, a show about acting, and I'm going to stick with that.
Amen.
Till the end of the end days.
Amen.
But I've since booked a national Super Bowl commercial with
Give it up.
Doug Lyman. Thank you.
Right.
The director of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, his people saw you on Hollywood Divas, and they called her the next day to star in a Super Bowl commercial.
From a reality show. That's right.
Imagine that.
Open the door for that ass. Open up the door for that ass.
Paula, you kind of set the tone for what the show's going to be about. So let's see where this all led us.
When I was dating a powerful Hollywood player, I had a lot of friends. But when I started dating a production assistant, they all disappeared. People I thought were my friends.
Yeah, but listen, they ain't no friends, man. You gotta understand, baby. Them dudes.
I've been in this game for 20 plus. I've been friends with these since college.
Yeah.
After we did, You know, that movie, people kind of blackball me because I married Forrest. The movie that should have taken me to the top was the movie that became my downfall.
I wasn't mad at the fact that y'all hooked up. I was mad that everybody knew. Do you see what I'm saying?
So, Paula, is it hard for you to still watch back and see you living in a motel and talk about being blackballed?
And these don't confuse these tears with tears of anguish. This is, I'm so friggin' overwhelmed with the blessings. I have a house. My baby has a new school. He's thriving. The teacher told me he's the smartest one in the whole class. I'm just so thankful for where I've been and where I am. And thank you, reality, 'cause guess what, baby?
Right.
Guess what, baby? Thank you all. Thank you for riding with me.
Yeah, and thank you for telling your story. And because of that, the most asked question we got is, were you really blackballed because you were messing with Forrest, who was a PA on the set of the movie, or were you blackballed because you were cheating on the guy you were dating with Forrest, and that's why you were blackballed?
I don't consider cheating when the other person starts it first. What happened to me is I go in the trailer, caught it all. So let me bring, okay, come here, little cute, sexy PA daddy. Come over here, let's play. Honey, daddy said what?
But wait.
And mama said yes, and that's all. And my little one, how wonderful.
And your mama said no! Okay, so look, let's clear it up because again, we don't have time to talk about this all day. So let's be clear, you were blackballed by this man because he found out you were cheating.
But
with
it
him on
wasn't just
Forrest.
him. People make phone calls to studios. Also, some of my co-stars that were in the room when these phone calls were made came back and let me know just what was being said.
Was Elise one of those people? Because she was your co-star.
No, she was not. Elise was one of the people that called me to the side and said, baby girl, stop.
Okay, now, the movie that we're discussing, you also starred in.
Yes.
So, what did you see on set?
Okay. I saw and heard a lot of behind the scenes about seeing her with Forrest. So I am a true friend. I pulled her to the side and said, listen, it's going to behoove you to stop doing what I know you look like you're in love with him. I can feel that you really like him. But don't do that around everybody else because they're going to try to destroy it. That was what I tried to do for her.
So, you have this big platform now.
Yes.
So those people who did blackball you, what do you want to say to them now?
Thank you.
This season saw the return of one of America's favorite housewives, Lisa Wu. Yes, honey. But the question is, did Hollywood receive her with open arms, or was Lisa Wu logging for those Georgia peaches, honey? Let's see the shade that descended on Lisa when she came into town.
This is Lisa Wu.
When she sat down, I finally figured it out. I was like, Housewives, that girl from that show, where they're pulling each other's wigs off.
What had happened after everything had ended on the Housewives, and surprisingly with the divorce, I was shocked.
I've been through worse. Can nothing hurt me the way that when I lost my kids. One of the things that really, really hurt me really bad was when I lost custody. I didn't deserve to have them taken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was God's grace and mercy that kept me, because I could have just lost my mind.
Well, Lisa, I have to say this. Welcome back to reality TV, darling. So I see you're tearing up because the package ended about your children. Social media went crazy. Set the record straight. Did you lose your children because you were on drugs?
I don't know where that came from. I would gladly admit that, but that just wasn't the case. Bottom line is, I lost custody because more money, more power, more influence, right? And I have them back because, you know, but you don't get that. You never hear, oh, well, she has custody. They don't like to hear the good stuff.
So, you know, you and I go way back.
Yes.
You being famous got started by being on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So are you happy that you returned back to reality television?
Well, I mean, you know, I was afraid. I called you like 2 weeks in. bawling,
did.
crying, like, oh my God, because I'm talking about stuff that's very dear to me, and I'm vulnerable, and I'm like the weeping willow when it comes to my personal life. And I didn't know how they were going to receive me and opening my life back up to this world.
So Golden, what were you thinking the moment Lisa Wu walked
To
into?
be honest with you, when I saw her, I was like, damn, she's hot. She cute. No, when Lisa walked in, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know anything about her. I feel very fortunate to have gotten to know you, and I respect you as a woman.
Do you respect her as an actress?
You know what? I do now, yes, absolutely. I'm not gonna say I didn't respect her as an actress when she came in. I didn't know her. That's all it was.
I totally understand that they wanted someone of that caliber to, can she act, can she do that? And the flip side was, it was being judgmental and a bit harsh.
You thought Golden and Elise were being judgmental.
Judgmental and judging a book by its cover.
I have no problem with Lisa. I Googled her because I do that to Paula or anybody if I didn't know them. When I said your name, because I have Google on my phone, I'm figuring whatever credits you have done will pop up. Unfortunately, because you are a reality star and there was a lot going on in your life, I can't tell the Google what credits you have.
So it's Siri's fault.
It's nobody's fault.
I think the biggest thing that the fans saw on the show is the fact that everything that she did was, see, that reality girl, that's that Atlanta Housewives BS.
Well,
she wants, it should be about the word.
Everything, though, it was specific.
It was something.
It was very specific, so let's be clear.
Well, clear it up.
From my opinion, when the whole Instagram thing came around, that is not a talent first look at things. Even when Carlos introduced you, he said, my favorite Blasian. It's a joke. So if I put on my Instagram my fave cast member, why would you care?
First of all, it was sent to me because I wasn't even following you, so I really didn't care. But at the end of the day...
Well, it was, but you talked about it.
I think Lisa was being brave for saying something so petty bothered her. I think that is what keeps people married for 40 years.
Can we move on? We are good. We're good.
We're good.
We're done.
Our next diva certainly had the blogs buzzing this season, whether she was trending or y'all was throwing shade. But the reality is she's dealing with a lot of issues that women across America can relate to. Let's take a look at Golden.
After Girlfriends, I took some time off to have a child. I really thought that you go back out there and boom, hey, it's Golden Brooks, I'm here. Where the job's at? I'm just so, oh my God.
What's up?
No. I am a single mother doing this on my own. I'm not complaining. Some days I can't juggle all the balls, and I can't let my daughter ever see that.
Come here.
The one pilot that I was talking to you about that we sent you the TBD on, unfortunately, they're going Latina now for the role.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
I'm so sick of this. I'm over it.
Golden!
I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here.
Golden!
I don't want to talk!
So Golden, this was a tough journey for you because you're somebody who has never watched a reality show.
Never.
So when you came on this platform, you had no idea what you was getting yourself into.
One of the biggest reasons I wanted to embark on this venture is because of you, Carlos. I think you have a good appreciation for a woman's story. And then I thought, wow, this is a show, a reality show, that's about the plight of the Black woman. When I thought about how would I fit into this, I want to speak for the Black women who do bag your groceries, the women who drive the buses, the woman that works at the DWP. Like, I'm that girl. I'm the girl who is doing this on my own. And I don't know if it came across, but I know in my heart why I did this is because I want people to know that I'm a woman and I walk a walk, an everyday walk. And I wanted to share that with the world.
You did.
And you did, and you did it successfully. Let's just be real. You get hit with a lot of comments, and there's been moments where you call me, cuss me out.
Yeah, and then I cry, and
then we cry, and then we have a therapeutic session together. So
it hurts. You know, the naysayers, the negativity, that's everywhere you go. I just try to follow the light and the kindness, and you know, I look at some of the criticism because look, I'm not perfect. I like to learn from my flaws. I've learned a lot from each of these women. I've learned so much about myself. You know, I've learned that I can be a little too harsh in my view of someone. I've learned that you can't judge a book by its cover.
Something we saw on the finale is you talk about your own insecurities. So let's take a look back at that moment with Golden.
When you first came to me, you said you gonna fix all of this.
It's not me trying to fix you. You're not my little project. I see a lot of myself in you. I struggle every day. I don't look anything like my mother. Nothing. My mother is as light as the damn sky. And I grew up as a brown-skinned girl not feeling beautiful. We all have our stuff, Countess, but I work on it every day to see myself as beautiful. And it hurts me when you say, oh, I'm just your little project. You're skinny, Golden, you're pretty. You don't have any problems. I have so many problems.
So Golden, looking at that, you know, clearly that's an issue that's been happening to you since you were a little girl. Has growing up with a light-skinned mom affected the way you view beauty as a brown-skinned woman?
I want to say, first and foremost, I am so proud of my skin and the color of my skin. I am raising a brown-skinned little girl, and that was something that I wanted. I wanted that. I love my mother. She is my hero. Do we look alike? Absolutely not. And she overcompensated every day. Oh, my pretty chocolate chip cookie or my brand new penny, you know, things like that. And I would be like, brand new penny. Every time she would grease my legs, you know, but it was
what
hard.
are you teaching
Dakota?
Dakota?
You know, I mean, she's 5, and she's filled with love. And I tell her every day how beautiful she is. I try to show her images of women who look like her, who look like her mommy, who look like her dad's side of the family. You know, she said to me, Mommy, how come you and Grandma are not the same color? And it really made me sad because I'm trying so hard to not raise her to see color, but they're children, they see things. And I know this is an old, archaic topic that we as Black people have talked about. I mean, we do it to ourselves.
No, it's something that's prevalent in our society. And I love the fact that you were able to address it because it showed depth in your character, just in terms of the reason why you felt the need to try to be the Countess. And Countess, when you heard Golden's story about her own insecurities, did you feel, okay, girl, now I receive what you were trying to do, did it?
Yeah, I see now where you're coming. You're coming from a loving place. I'm not gonna put the wall up anymore. You know, I know it's all love.
Elise.
Yes, sir.
You're a diva that seems to have it all together, or at least that's how you make it appear, honey.
Okay.
So let's see how you made out this season.
I'm 48 years old and very proud of it. I know I look good. I work out hard to make my body look a certain way. I decided to relaunch my dance group, Elise and Assorted Flavors. In my opinion, the Pussycat Dolls are 100% the copycats to Elise and Assorted Flavors. Acting will always be my first priority ever since I became famous. But I like to sing, dance, act. I like to do it all, and I will not be stopped. I'm a triple threat, okay? And I really always have been proud of that.
So Elise, you said on the tape that the Pussycat Dolls stole your idea and they stole it from Elise and Assorted Flavors. Did they really steal it, or did you steal it from Miss Paula, who said she came up with Elise and Assorted Flavors?
Okay,
so who's the thief in the room?
I knew it was coming up. All I did is give Elise an idea.
And she stole it.
And she
So
flew with it.
Elise,
Yes, sir.
did Paula give you the idea?
Absolutely not. And I think it's very funny for somebody to even think that they came up with the idea of singing and dancing and all that when that's not what they do. I mean, I've
never put me in an Elise and the Assorted Flavors show.
Finish my part of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you weren't aware that I sang and danced.
I know you don't want anybody to speak other than you, Paula. I get it. What I was saying is, she and I have known each other a very long time.
Right.
And she did come to my house, and we talked about an idea.
I did?
She is so hilarious. So the bottom line is, it was different people who sing, dance, and act and all of that at my house. She got kicked out because she started to argue with one of the other women who was going to be in the show.
So you were kicked, boo.
Yeah, I was kicked to the curb.
You were blackballed from Assorted Flavors.
Yes,
Okay, there we go.
Please, next subject.
So we got it. So let's move on a bit. On the show, we didn't get a chance to see much of your personal life, but I want to know, are you like having fun with a man? Is there anybody assorting your flavors?
Basically, that is not a subject that I like to discuss. I decided to talk about my work because that's what I wanted people to know.
Well, what about your work in the bedroom, girl? Like, what about that work? WERQ.
I mean, when I work, it is definitely awesome, but yeah. There's only so much you can show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Well, there is one that we're about to show now. It's a never-before-seen footage of you talking to your bestie, Golden, about you being, let's just say, a rapper's delight.
oh, Lord. I don't usually date in the business.
Yeah,
You know,
I know. I don't even know if I could do musician at this point. What do you think about that?
I've done that. I dated Rick Ross for a while.
Oh!
But he was very just a teddy bear, like a teddy bear type of
I
guy.
did a music video years ago. I did a 50 Cent video.
Oh, yeah.
But
And I dated him back in the day, too, girl.
50 Cent?
Girl.
All right, Elise. All right. So listen.
The hat is killing me. I'm sorry, the hat.
You dated 50 Cent, Rick Ross, and you were once engaged to director F. Gary Gray. What is your attraction to the gentleman of hip-hop?
I mean, I'm a Memphis girl at heart, okay? You know,
Answer the question, is 50 good in bed? Is Rick Ross good in bed? Like, I get where you came from, honey.
I'm gonna answer that question.
Okay. Well, answer this. You said to us that with Rick Ross, you were in love with him.
Absolutely.
So what happened in that relationship for it to end?
I, for a long time, was so on my career path that even if it was the right person, I wouldn't take the time to really nurture the man like I should have.
Well, a lot of people say that you're the reason why 50 Cent and Rick Ross have this beef.
I have no comment on that.
Well, can you comment on your personal life, Elise? Because listen, Lisa, you spoke about a lot of stuff you were going through. Did you think it was unfair that you girls spoke so candidly about your personal life and Elise didn't want to share anything?
Well, I mean, I didn't think about it, but actually looking at the stories, I did see that everybody opened up, and maybe it's a wall for her. You don't want people in that space.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're vulnerable.
I'm very sensitive, you know?
So if we have a second season, would you give us your personal life more?
If I'm on it, yeah.
Are you dating someone now?
I have no comment.
That's a yes. You guys ever heard this saying that oil and water don't mix? Well, what about two divas, same room, but two different stories? And in the case of Golden and Paula, just who in the heck is telling the truth? Let's take a look and decide for ourselves.
I ran into your girlfriend at the Tom Cruise party and got drinks thrown on me.
What? I don't know what she's even talking about. And the fact that you still remember that and you're holding on to that, I think that speaks louder than the drink that was supposedly thrown in her face. Whatever happened, nothing to do with me.
She and her friends have thrown drinks on me.
They did what?
It's something that insecure women do. I would like to address your issues. You said that I've thrown you under the
Oh
bus.
my God, yes. This whole throwing water in your face, which you flip-flopped on.
And it was a cocktail. It wasn't water.
I don't care if it was freaking gasoline, okay? I don't care what it was. I never threw anything at you. I've never had any beef with you. You came at me from the very beginning, making me out to seem like I'm a mean girl, and I don't like that perception at all because it's incorrect, it's invalid, and it's lazy.
So, Paula, no shade, honey, but your story did change 3 times. Set the record straight. Did Golden Brooks throw drinks on you?
I will break it down. First, Golden came over and tried to, oops, I'm so drunk, and I deflected. Then, it was about 5 of them, and they came through in like a party line. And as they passed by me, a drink went towards me. I was so busy like, what? I can't say who exactly.
But you saw her try to throw a drink on you.
That's the first
Did you
time.
try to throw a drink on Paula?
Let me just, what Tom Cruise party is a party line even happening, number one?
I don't know about
That's
you, honey,
number one.
but I was on the dance
I'm
floor
sure
like,
you were. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt you were doing a whole...
and maybe that's why you guys were so upset at a diva.
First of all, let me.
But I was just saying, I was having fun. I don't know what you.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I know you don't know what I was doing.
Y'all
Clearly,
throwing
'cause you
drinks.
had a little too
I
much
was
of that
having fun.
pharmaceutical, if you know what
And
I'm
you
talking
had
about.
little
Pharmaceutical? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Speak it. I don't know what.
First of
No,
all,
I will go there.
No.
I am
First
a
of all-
card-carrying pharmaceutical. Say word. Say word.
Okay, sit down.
God gave grass to the cows.
Okay.
And herbs to the men.
And this you
For the
believe?
benefit of
this you
man.
believe?
Okay, Paula, I'm trying to, Lisa, control your bestie.
Yeah, okay.
Golden, okay, listen. We're laughing, we're having fun, but seriously, did you throw drinks at Paula?
No. I would never do something like that at all, ever. So I don't know what you were delusionally thinking about or thought you saw. That story is filled with lies and holes. You've told 5 different versions of the story.
But we don't want Forrest to tell his version.
Okay, but listen, we'll get to that in a second. Wait, but listen, so Elise.
Oh my God, I don't want to even be in this
You've known Paula for so many years. Is Paula delusional, or sometimes her stories don't seem to add up? She said you stole assorted flavors from her. So does Paula make up things?
Okay, I feel like in her stories, there's a lot of
Holes.
things that she remembers in the wrong way. I don't know why it happens.
Countess, what are you thinking?
It's been worn out so much that I'm so over it. Move forward.
So Forrest, what would you like to say about this?
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all like it is. We were at this party, and I went to the bar, and when I came back, she had already had drinks thrown on her. This is the first time she was speaking of. I didn't see that. I was at the bar myself. So when I got back, I was like, baby, what happened? She said, these girls threw drinks on me. I said, okay. And we saw a line of girls. These
This is
are
so
chicks
sad.
you see on TV. I'm not lying. But so the way they were doing it, the party line that Paula is speaking of, it was like 3 or 4 women. They were walking and holding their drinks, kind of like this.
What is he talking
Kind of like
about?
this, right?
I don't even hold a drink like that. And the girlfriend I was with,
Yo,
what are you talking
when you see
about?
a man talking sometimes, shut up.
Okay, let's stop.
You know what, Forrest?
Stop.
You need to stop.
And so when they walk past us, when they walk past
And I'm
us,
not
they can
Paula,
let
so
the
don't you
drinks.
ever talk to me like that. I ain't your wife. So I know you're trying to find your manhood right now because she squashes it, but I ain't her. So check yourself, boo.
All right, so Forrest, okay. All right, listen. All right, I'm gonna let you finish, but that's about all we have time for today. Tune in part 2 for the explosive conclusion of the Hollywood Divas Season 1 reunion. I'm Carlos King. See you next time.